Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode, day number 236 of the 365-day trivia road trip. We have a 21-question random knowledge trivia quiz today. There's going to be 20 questions up front, and then a question 21 tiebreaker at the end of the episode, if you need to stick around for that. Thank you for watching, and good luck on today's quiz. Question number 1. In one particularly violent ballad featuring this character, he beheads Guy of Gisborne, who has been hired to kill him. Plays about this man were first performed in England, and those plays provide the first recorded appearances of what man's sidekicks Maid Marian and Friar Tuck? As usual, we get started with a nice easy one. Robin Hood. Start warming that brain up. Question number 2. This artist starred in the semi-autobiographical film 8 Mile, for which he recorded the song Lose Yourself, and he released Kill Shot during a high-profile feud with Machine Gun Kelly. What is the real name of this rapper, known as Eminem, who also goes by Slim Shady? I'm looking for his real first and last name. The answer is Marshall Mathers. Question number 3. In the tortoise section of the humorous French musical suite The Carnival of the Animals, the music for what high-kicking French dance is played agonizingly slowly by the strings section? We're looking for the name of that high-kicking French dance. The answer is the can-can. Question number 4. Originally, the metopes carved on the south side of the Parthenon depicted the war between the Lapiths and what type of half-man, half-horse creatures from Greek mythology? What's the name for the half-man, half-horse creatures from Greek mythology? The answer is centaurs. Question number 5. This mountain range contains Mount Katahdin, which marks one end of a trail named for this mountain range. The highest of these mountains is Mount Mitchell in North Carolina, and sub-ranges of what mountain range are the Blue Ridge and the White Mountains? The answer is the Appalachian Mountains. Question number 6. This novel's title character loves Dulcinea and is dubbed the Knight of the Sorrowful Countenance. Who is this novel's title character who comes from La Mancha and tilts at windmills believing they are giants? The answer is Don Quixote, the man of La Mancha. Question number 7. Following an attack on 2 U.S. destroyers in the waters off North Vietnam, the U.S. Congress approved the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, granting what president authority to take all necessary measures to repel any armed attack against the forces of the United States and to prevent further aggression? The answer is Lyndon B. Johnson. Question number 8. In this book, one figure trades his birthright for a bowl of lentil stew. That man's brother deceives his father by covering himself in hairy goatskins in order to obtain a blessing. That same figure loses an all-day wrestling match when his hip is dislocated, after which he is renamed Israel. What book is this? The answer is Genesis, the first book of the Bible. Question number 9. Catherine the Great installed Stanislaw Poniatowski as the king of this country governed from Warsaw, which at the time was in a commonwealth with Lithuania. Russia, along with Prussia and Austria, later partitioned which country? The answer is Poland. Question number 10. What was the name of the American film pioneer who produced over 70 major films including Cleopatra, The Ten Commandments, and The Greatest Show on Earth, who now has an honorary Golden Globe Award named after him for outstanding contributions to the world of entertainment? If you have outstanding contributions to the world of entertainment, you could win the Cecil B. DeMille Award. Question number 11. This organ is affected by Meniere's disease, symptoms of which include extreme dizziness. The visible part of this organ is called the auricle or the pinna. What is this structure that contains the organ of Corti, which contains hair cells and is part of the cochlea? The organ we're looking for is the ear, or your ears. Question number 12. The 3-day concert featured 24 rock music acts and drew a crowd of more than 300,000 young people. The Woodstock Music Festival, which occurred in what state, came to symbolize the counterculture movement of the 1960s? The answer is New York. Question number 13. The House of 60 Fathers is a 1956 children's novel about a little boy of what nationality who is separated from his parents during the Japanese occupation of his homeland during World War II. What is the nationality of that little boy? The answer is he was Chinese. Question number 14. The opening scene of this popular play features a coin coming up heads 92 flips in a row. This 20th century play by Tom Stoppard focuses on which two minor characters from Hamlet who are said to be dead in the title of this play? The play is Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are the answer. Question number 15. A machine for storming fortress walls, an 8-barreled machine gun, an armored car, a giant crossbow, a parachute, and a flying machine were among the designs developed by what 16th century Italian artist, engineer, and scientist? A man ahead of his time. The answer is Leonardo da Vinci. Question number 16. When a speaker insists an audience make one of two choices, he might say, "You are either with us or against us." Another way of expressing that thought is to say, "You are either part of the solution or what?" You are either part of the solution or you will be terminated. No, that's not it. You are part of the problem is the answer. Part of the problem. Question number 17. The Japanese divine creatures Izanagi and Izanami performed this action by stirring the primordial ocean with a jeweled spear? What was this action that, in Greek myth, occurred when Gaia emerged from a cosmic void? This action or this happening or this event is the creation of the world. Question number 18. In one part of this work, Nicholas and Allison deceive an old carpenter, John, while in another, the rooster Chanticleer escapes from a fox. The stories in what work are told by pilgrims such as the Miller, the Knight, and the Wife of Bath? The answer is the Canterbury Tales. Question number 19. The U.S. President is authorized to grant these under Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution. President Gerald Ford issued one of what kind of reprieves to Richard Nixon, clearing him of any crimes he may have committed against the United States? This specific reprieve is called a pardon, a presidential pardon. And question 20. Charles de Gaulle once jokingly asked, how can you govern a country when they need 246 varieties of this foodstuff? What is this food whose Mimollet and Beaufort varieties are widely produced in France? They need 246 varieties of cheese. Cheese is the answer. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. Check back tomorrow for day number 236. That'll be the last regular length episode of the week. We've got 2 pit stop trivias coming up this weekend. And I would like to thank the people who are already sending in random trivia quizzes for the Quizlet Challenge. I don't technically need them until about mid-September, but the sooner you get them in, the sooner I can get that done and ready to go for when I leave on the next road trip. By the way, we are calling it the Quizlet Challenge. That was an excellent suggestion from Ellen Sipple. She's a viewer of the channel. She suggested it in the comment section, and I can't believe I hadn't even thought of it. I'm doing this whole thing for little Quizlet, and so we're calling it the Quizlet Challenge. That's where you send in basically 50 questions, 2 25-question random knowledge trivia quizzes, and then I send you an official limited edition road trip kit from Road TRIpVIA filled with Road TRIpVIA swag. I send it to you free. Just send me those quizzes to roadtripvia@gmail.com and your mailing address, and I'll send one to you as soon as possible. If you have any questions, check out Road TRIpVIA on Facebook. I have all the details and guidelines for the questions that you need to actually fill out that quiz. Thank you, Ellen, for a great suggestion. Thank you, everybody else who's participating already in the Quizlet Challenge, and to people who are thinking about it but haven't done it yet, still plenty of time. All right. Question 21 for today, the tiebreaker. In what year did Orville and his brother Wilbur achieve the world's first successful sustained and controlled flight of a motor-driven aircraft following years of experimentation with kites and gliders? What was the official year that the world went airborne? The answer is 1903. So whichever player got closest to 1903, doesn't matter if you went over by 1 or under by 5, whichever player got closest to 1903 is going to win the point. Whichever player won the point, if this was a tiebreaker, just won the whole game. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. See you tomorrow for day number 237.